guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So let's start off with Chlöe because she previewed some new music. Let's take a listen.
Told you, bitch, I'm a soldier. I thought I told you that I'm the shit. You must not know who you fucking with. I thought I told you that I'm the one. All of you hoes get up on my D. I thought I told you that I'm a win.
So she got a lot of backlash in regards to this snippet. My whole thing with Chlöe is it kind of feels like she follows trends. Remember, Nicki said, if you continue to follow trends or hop on everything that's popping or hot at the time, you become faceless. And it doesn't feel like Chlöe has her own sound. I feel like she purposely put out this snippet because she saw that Renaissance went #1. She saw how people were talking about that Thick song by Beyonce that they felt like should have been for Chlöe, and she's hopping on that trend again. And it's not a new sound. She already did this with Unsurprised. She did this with Treat Me, so I don't understand why she's trying to go back to this sound when you did it already. Why don't you make a song where you really can sing? Because you got a voice. And then on top of that, it feels like she thinks that she's above criticism because she's Beyonce's protege. She went and posted, yeah, I make Empire music, and what about it? Like, that's something to brag about when you've been flopping. I don't get that. And then she also said, first, it's I can't sing. I never heard anybody say that. And then now is I need to go back to singing. You can't please everybody, so do what makes you happy. When I first teased Have Mercy, most people hated it, and it went platinum, so oh well. But that single came out last year when you first had hype around you, when you first went solo. Since then, no shade to Beyonce's protege, you've released like 8 singles, including collaborations with big name artists, and they've all flopped. They all went plastic cups. So why can't you use your recent singles for your stats? That's my whole thing with Chlöe. It's like she had to use her first single that she ever did to validate her point, but you just released the song with Fabio Foreign, the song with Gunna, you released Unsurprised and Sleep With Me, you released the Gallus remix, and they all did terribly on the charts. So I don't understand why you getting cocky. Everybody in the replies is saying this is not a good song for you to put out. And instead of you just taking the criticism, it's like, oh, I don't have to change because I went platinum last year. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But your recent music is not selling. If you put out an album, how much you think you're going to do? If Lizzo doing 65,000 first week, what you think you going to do? 10,000? Okay, the Beehive left you for dry when Beyonce came back. So that's my whole thing. And I'm really not trying to shade Chlöe, but it's just like the cockiness and the arrogance I don't respect when the music and the stats are not there. I can understand if she was going #1 every time she dropped, but she doesn't do that. She don't even chart half the time. So I don't understand why she's getting like cocky and arrogant. That's my problem with these new generation artists is like, even when their fans want certain things from them, they feel like they're too good to do it because they've already made it in their opinion, but they're not even really selling like that. Am I wrong or am I right? Has Chlöe been selling? Let's look at the stats. No. I mean, I don't get it. Moving on to an artist that actually sells. It looks like Beyonce finally updated her plaques, and Single Ladies and a few other singles, I believe Halo and something else, is supposed to go diamond because they're currently at 9 million. So congratulations to Queen. I don't know why it took her so long to update her plaques, but knowing Beyonce, she really don't care about stats. In my opinion, I feel like she purposely self-sabotages her releases to try to make them not go #1. But with the streaming era, it's going to be easier to go #1 anyway. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. So she posted a trailer for Traumazine, and a few fans were asking me, isn't this similar to what Cardi B did for Be Careful and what Iggy Azalea did for one of her singles? And I said, yes, I do feel like there's some similarities. Here's the thing about Megan. I like Megan as an artist. Even though she could be one-dimensional, I still think she got bars. My whole thing is she's never been original to me. Never. I've always felt like she be copying the other girls. I've been said she always copies Cardi B. Always. And then on top of that, she tries to make it seem like it's an original. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part. She did the same thing with WAP. She took Cardi B's idea, or the director's idea, used the same director for Body Yaddy Yaddy that was in WAP. And, you know, she tries to act like it's an original. Like, that's my whole thing with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not really shocked that she's copying Cardi B because she knows that Cardi B won't say anything to her. Cardi B will address, like, the Doechis or, like, the Nicki Minaj's if they copy her. But she won't address Megan Thee Stallion copying her because they're each other's allies. They can't go against each other. But I'm sure it gets under Cardi B's skin because she even said that she now has to get a director from overseas, okay, whether that's true or not. But let me know what you guys think about Megan Thee Stallion allegedly copying Cardi B and Iggy Azalea. Normani finally claps back. She replies to a fan who said that she was not hungry anymore. The tweet reads, there's a lot of typos. This is what happens when you've gotten comfortable and you're not hungry anymore. Replying to another fan who said that they don't feel like Normani is hungry, and she's gotten a little bit lazy. And Normani replied, just shut the F up. So let me know how you guys feel about that. The same thing applies to Normani. I understand Normani is having issues with her label and everything is not her fault. But she has not been consistent. And you can't get upset at the fans bringing that up. When you release one single per year. You've been doing that for the past 5 years. Okay? I love Normani. I think she's extremely talented. I even think Chlöe's extremely talented. But you're not above criticism. And that's the problem with these new generation artists. They feel like you can't say your opinion about them because they quote unquote feel like they've already made it. But they have not accomplished half the shit the prior generation has. Like, we don't have no, oh, this is the next Beyonce. As funny as y'all try to say, like, Chlöe and Normani is the next Rihanna Beyonce, they haven't accomplished half the shit that they've done. How could there be a next Holy Trinity and these girls are not even as talented? No shade. They haven't even put in half the work. That's my whole thing. And it's like when you say something, they like, oh, well, I went platinum 5 years ago, but my recent music is flopping. Like, it don't make no sense. Okay? Like, that's my whole thing. I like Normani, but girl, pipe down because I like Fair, but Fair flopped. Moving on to Doja Cat. So allegedly, RCA is going to have a meeting with Doja Cat in regards to her next era. And they do not want her to keep this look, allegedly. From what I'm hearing, allegedly, they don't feel like it's marketable to all of her demographics. You know, this will appeal to a certain, type of people. But when we're talking about the pop, the girly girls, they don't feel like it's going to appeal to them. And they want her to try other looks. They want her to put back on a wig, okay, allegedly, to sell some music. Now, beauty standards are important in Hollywood, okay? I don't think Doja Cat looks that bad, but I don't feel like Doja Cat realized that she still got to answer to RCA and Dr. Luke. I'm sorry, I don't think she realized she got to answer to the elites, and what they say goes, unfortunately, and I think that's another reason why the next era might not do exactly how Planet Her is doing. Because if she go against the grain, they could easily stop her back. I do feel bad for Doja Cat because she's so talented. But she's in a sucky contract and she got to answer to those people. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let's pray for Doja Cat in her next era.